Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So as I stated in my previous video, I am going to now be doing a video on some scents that I got from Scent Split, some samples. So we're gonna go over those, talk about them. I have a couple of travel sizes, 4 travel sizes, and the rest are all 5 milliliter samples from Scent Split. So without further ado, if you would like to check out my website, you can go to www.sonidpecancompany.com or pecansilk.com. I will leave a link down in the description box. So without further ado, let's jump into this video and let's talk about perfume. So the first scent I want to go with, because it is my absolute favorite that I've gotten from Scent Split. I've not bought a full bottle of it yet. I may at some point, but I haven't yet. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. So this is by a brand called Diptyque. It is called Philosikos. Again, I have the 9 milliliter sample here that comes from Scent Split. And so this perfume is absolutely phenomenal. Now the lasting power is not great, but if you want like a super sweet, just like creamy coconut with fig in it, this is absolutely a stunner. I just love it so much. I don't even want to spray it on a texture strip and waste a spritz, but I will. Oh, it's so good. It doesn't have crazy sillage. It doesn't have great projection. However, it's one of those scents that does really well in the warm weather. It's like you can pick it up on your skin more and you just get creamy coconut with like a little bit of the greenness from the fig. But I like it because it's more like creamy and sweet than it is green. It's just got that greenness lingering in the background. So again, that's Philosikos by Diptyque. That is absolutely summer in a bottle, and I will be buying a bottle of it soon. So next on the list, these two really actually surprised me, and I never tried this brand before, but this is, these two perfumes are actually meant to be worn together. You can wear them separately, but they really, I feel, having worn them separate and together, they really vibe and mesh together, which is, I think, what the perfumers, you know, designed them to do. So both of these perfumes I'm about to talk about, because we're going to kind of mix them in together here, are by Atelier des Ors, and that is Villa Primrose and Blue Madeleine. So I bought both of these in a travel size. When I tell you, these are some of the most delicious scents. Now, they are not super, again, like the last one. They're not very long lasting, but Blue Madeleine, which is the one I just sprayed, smells like tea and the little sweet Madeleine cookies. If you've ever seen them, they kind of look like a seashell. That is exactly what this smells like. And for some reason, when you mix these two together, so the next one I'm going to spray on top of it is Villa Primrose. Again, same brand, Atelier des Ors. Now, when I sprayed this one, I actually preferred it over the Blue Madeleine just a little bit. Because if you're not a rose lover, this is definitely one I would recommend, is Villa Primrose. Because it is not overly floral. It's a little bit more sweet, in my opinion, but it is just the absolute most gorgeous smelling rose I've ever smelled currently. I'm not going to say in my life because there's still time, but it is so good smelling. Like this one, and then when you mix it with the Blue Madeleine, it brings that extra layer and extra like complexity and sweetness to it. And you get a little bit of the tea note from the Blue Madeleine. So really these two are perfect together. 10 out of 10 would recommend, but they are very expensive. Sometimes you can get them on sale through discounters, but they run close to $160 to $200+ per bottle. But gorgeous scents nonetheless. So I'm a little upset because I would buy Villa Primrose by itself, but I feel like they go together really well, you know, and it's just, for the longevity, I couldn't pull the trigger because they don't last very long, like maybe 2 hours max, but sometimes they last longer, but they're just not, they don't project a whole lot. So that's all I'll say about that, but very gorgeous scent. So the next one, now this actually got, excuse me. So this one I actually got in, I bought a perfume or something. Somebody sent me this sample. Now, I think the person that sent it to me, it has tobacco on the cap. So maybe they smoke cigarettes and it got in their bag. I don't know, but this does have a, Oh God, this is just, okay, this is Vanilla Plentifolia Extrait 21 by Guerlain. And this is it's strong and it's very, this is the little bottle it came in. Now, this is like vanilla extract and a little light hint of like a brown sugar. Maybe a hint of musk in there. Like this is a very sweet vanilla, but like dark, almost like it wants to be smoky, but there's not a smokiness to it. I know that sounds strange. Maybe a slight tobacco vibe. I don't know. This reminds me of something that an older lady would wear. No hate, just saying I feel like this is for the older crowd. It's a very sophisticated, mature scent. And it's very expensive. Like no joke, like $600 a bottle. So smells good, but I would never pay that price for it. Again, that is Vanille Plentifolia Extrait 21. So if you like vanilla scents and you like something a little, you know, to me this is more fall winter, but if you want something more a little bit heavy, syrupy almost, but not completely syrupy, sweet vanilla scent, try a sample first. It really just has an older feel to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like not in a bad way, but it just feels like something that somebody more older and sophisticated would wear. That's all I'm gonna say. So moving on. So the rest of these samples are going to be my 5 milliliter samples, and I wanna say all of these are Mancera. I went on a Mancera kick for a while because they have really good prices and I really wanted to try all of them. I have noted in previous videos before though that my only qualm about Mancera, having tried these samples I'm about to discuss with you, is they do have a very synthetic feel to them. Their notes feel synthetic, which is I think why the price point may be where it's at. They're not bad fragrances, but they do, if you have that sense of smell, you can smell the syntheticness. So anyways, I digress. So the first one we're gonna try, a lot of people like, I feel like it's a love-hate perfume. You either love it or you hate it. Personally, I did not like this one. I wanted to, and the notes sounded really good. It's like, I think it's a coffee, like chocolate scent. So this is by Mancera. It is called Amore Cafe. Comes in a little bottle. And if you've ever smelled the, what is it, Yankee Candle, the vanilla Yankee Candle, straight up what this smells like a waxy, fake, synthetic, vanilla coffee candle. From Yankee Candle, straight up. It smells so synthetic and just, I almost want to use the word vile. It's sweet, but like in a vile way. 10 out of 10, would not recommend Amore Cafe. You can come for me in the comments, but this is, no. No, there's better out there. Try Black Phantom by Kilian. That is a rum, coffee, warm, cozy scent if you want a coffee scent. I haven't found a coffee scent I like yet except for Black Phantom by Kilian. Anyways, I digress. Next one we're gonna jump into is going to be a little bit more of a masculine scent. And having liked Philosikos by Diptyque, which we just talked about, I decided to try Fig Ecstasy because the notes sounded similar, but when I tried this, I got a masculine vibe to this. Now my husband, he's tried it, he likes it, he's not crazy about it. But this is Fig Ecstasy by Mancera. And this is just it's a very masculine, slightly wet, very green fig scent. But when I tell you, I think this is slightly unisex. I do think a woman could wear this, but it does lean more masculine. So that's Fig Ecstasy. It's very, very green in the opening, very woody. Makes you think about rain for some reason, like rain on a fig tree, like, and you're walking with your man and you're cutting down trees. That's what this reminds me of. That's Fig Ecstasy. If you like a little bit more masculine leaning, again, kind of very green fig scent, this is for you. Not bad, but very masculine, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Now, the next one, let's see what I got here. So I have 6 more scents for this video. So the next one we're gonna talk about is called Oud Orchid. Again, all of these are by Mancera. So yeah, this is called Oud Orchid. This one I actually like, but again, it's got the syntheticness to it. But Oud Orchid reminds me straight up of the shampoo that people like when you go get your hair done. I used to go to Tony and Guy a lot when I would go there and get my hair bleached and stuff. This reminds me of like the shampoo they use, Oud Orchid. It straight up smells like a fruity orchid shampoo. Now this one's not bad. It does have the syntheticness, as I've stated like a billion times before, but for the price point, this one's good. And it's definitely got that shampoo vibe to it. Like it smells so much like a shampoo to me. So that's Oud Orchid by Mancera. The next one, I'm gonna just get out of the way. I know a lot of people like this and I was very intrigued by it, but this is Oud Lemon Mint. Now the notes just really intrigued me more than anything. This is giving sweaty teenager going through puberty vibe. Because that is what this is. It's like an Axe body spray, but a heavy citrus version. My husband did not like it. And if I smelled this, I would think it was on a teenage boy. Like that's what it smells like. I don't know what else to say about that one. I'm gonna move right along. That's Oud Lemon Mint by Mancera. I'm sure I have some people out there that would like that, but that's gonna be a no. Okay, so this next one I really actually do like this one. This is called Gold, if I can speak, Gold Incense. This one gives me, okay, so I'm sure everybody's familiar with Nanchamba that you can get at the smoke shops and stuff. That is definitely the vibe this is giving. Now, I will say this does not smell straight up like Nanchamba, okay? But it's in the realm. It's in the realm of Nanchamba incense. Hence the name Gold Incense. It does have a very incense, slightly spicy, but not like offensively spicy scent. And it really just does smell like sweet kind of golden ambery incense. This one does wear better on the skin, obviously, than on the tester strip I sprayed. I have worn it on my skin, but I will say at about the 3 or 4 hour mark, it gets a little overwhelming and you're tired of smelling it. It does have very good projection. Again, that is Gold Incense by Mancera. Now moving on to the last 3. Let's see. So the next one I really liked. I like this one so much. As you can see, probably my bottle is like gone. I've sprayed her. This one would probably be my first, like, not my first purchase because I unfortunately bought Velvet Vanilla, the bubblegum fragrance that I've mentioned in other videos. Anyways, this would be my second Mancera purchase. I really would like Crazy for Oud. This is called Crazy for Oud and I barely have any to spray on my tester. This is absolutely reminds me of Valentine's Day, like a rose bouquet with chocolate, like and flowers. This is a rose scent with oud and it smells very, very fabulous. If you like oud, if you like that earthy oud smell with rose and you want to be reminded of Valentine's Day or like a sensual night out, you know, you're going out, date night type of thing, Crazy for Oud. Smells a whole lot better on the skin. I've worn it quite a bit. As I said, my 5 milliliter bottle is almost gone. I think you can get it for a reasonable like 70, 80 bucks for a 4 ounce bottle. So if you like, again, oud and rose, date night, flirty. There is a leather element to this as well. I would say the top 3 notes in this are going to be the rose, the oud, and the leather. But very feminine because of the rose. Again, that's Crazy for Oud by Mancera. Now, I saved the last 2, the best for last. So, everybody's probably heard of it. This is a very popular Mancera scent because of its relation to none other than good old Baccarat Rouge. This is Instant Crush. Now, I did wear this. It's actually starting to go a little dark on me. It was clear when I got it, but it's a little over a year old. Instant Crush reminds me of a lot of Baccarat. However, it does have some similarities. It is not as sweet as Baccarat Rouge, in my personal opinion. Definitely leans more of the syntheticness. And I just have a scent memory with this. The last time when I was, I wore this actually when I was moving out of my house that I've lived in for years. I was moving to a new house and I wore this while I was like cleaning the house and like, you know, just cleaning up, getting the house ready and stuff like that. And anyhow, I wore this and for some reason, I mean, obviously I wore it and so it gives me that memory. So to me, this is more of like a memory perfume because it gives me, you know, it reminds me of my memories. So anyhow, Instant Crush, very popular, does have Baccarat Rouge vibes, but not quite as sweet and well blended and sophisticated, but it is a really good scent. So I would definitely recommend getting a sample before you try this one out. Next is last, but certainly not least. This one I wanted to love so bad, and again, the notes got me, so I was like, you know, I'm buying like 10 Manceras. I might as well try this one out if I can get the lid off. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this one is actually very hard to find. I did manage to find it on a few sites, but I didn't buy a full size of it, which I will describe why. But this is called Deep Forest by Mancera. Now, this is a very masculine scent. I'm going to tell you what it reminds me of. So growing up, my parents, when we would go on vacation, would always have sticks of gum. And it was always usually Wrigley's or something to that effect. But they would always have sticks of bubble gum. And my parents' favorite bubble gum was Big Red. The red cinnamon gum. If you're familiar with Big Red, leave a comment down below. But Big Red bubble gum, this is that in a perfume. It smells like cinnamon Big Red gum. My brain was processing. Cinnamon Big Red gum. That is straight up what this smells like. I don't know why, because I feel like cinnamon's not a listed note, but I'll list the notes. Maybe it is listed, but it smells like a cinnamon wooded forest. But really the only thing I get from this is straight up like a cinnamon Big Red gum. But it does lean masculine, and the cinnamon note is just overpowering for me personally, is why I would never buy a full bottle of this. Not to mention it's a little hard to find. I have seen it in a couple places, but again, not a love enough for me to go out and purchase it. So yeah, but I didn't state this in the last video, but I'm going to state it in this video. So if you've made it to the end of this video, I do have 2 more perfumes coming that I really am excited to try out. I will give you a hint. I'll give you 2 hints for each one. One is teeth. And I know that sounds strange, but I have a perfume coming and the only thing that I can give you is teeth. The second one, all I can give you is 50-50 reviews, and I'm very excited to try because I've gotten so many mixed reviews. I'm excited to try this one. And it is in the realm of vanillas. So we will get into those perfumes when I get them. I will try to make reviews on them before I leave here in about 10 days or so. What is today? I leave, yeah, somewhere around there, around 10 days or so. But before I leave, I will try to make these videos. I might film some of my trip to where I'm going to visit family. I haven't really decided yet because I'm not like a vlogger person, you know? Like, just not really a vlogger. But anyhow, thank you so much for watching. If you like any of these Mancera perfumes, please let me know. What are your thoughts on Mancera? Do you have a favorite? Do they smell synthetic to you? Am I tripping? I don't know. Let me know. Leave a comment, like, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will check you up. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.